Kou Yamori leaves covertly and makes the decision to go out at night. He enjoys the feeling of freedom and belonging there. He swings and has some fun there. Kou recently developed a sleeping disorder. He is a second-year middle school student who is 14 years old. He found a note from a girl in his locker, but he turned it down by telling her he didn't know how to date. Kou had gone online for help since he has trouble sleeping and found suggestions to chat to a friend or family member. Kou, though, chuckles that he doesn't have such a reliable friend. Even though Kou just got a discount for a rental store, he panics when his phone vibrates, fearing that someone will discover he is out alone. Kou strolls around and keeps reading online about what other people have been doing when he notices one drinking more to fall asleep. After giving it some thought, he stops to a vending machine and buys beer. A woman who is behind him then notices that he is purchasing alcohol and remarks that Kou doesn't appear old enough. Kou begins to apologize, explaining that he made a mistake and had mistaken it for someone else. He then tries to go, but the woman grabs his arm and tells him that he can't fool her. She assures him that she won't take him to the police, but surmises that he has trouble falling asleep. She mentions that the three men on the bench who are sleeping appear to be extremely content. The woman asks them whether they drank a lot, but Kou believes they are just intoxicated. She gives them high fives and tells them to make sure they get home and get some rest when the men affirm. Kou is astonished by how casual she is with strangers after learning that she doesn't know them. She warns him that if he doesn't let go of his inhibitions now, it's nighttime, the time of freedom, and he won't be content. Despite not understanding anything, Kou runs back to the men and wants to give them a high five. The men are prepared, but the first one becomes sick and throws up. She instructs him to close his eyes as they get comfortable on the futon. She strikes Kou as an odd yet friendly person. He makes the decision to go home after acting like he is asleep for a while. Later, she inquires about his sleepiness. Kou remains silent, so she repeats her question a few times. She claims she can't stop herself from biting his neck and bites it after he claims to have fallen asleep. She is taken aback by how delicious he is as she suckers some blood. Kou is surprised to see her awake and wonders what that was. When he discovers the blood, she tries to explain that she slapped a large mosquito, asserting that she had blood on her mouth. Kou doesn't believe her. She then admits that she is a vampire, which Kou had been wondering. Kou begins to wonder if he'll turn into a vampire as well, but she assures him it won't happen. She claims that blood is just food for her, and that having new family members every time you eat would be annoying. Kou questions why she hasn't transformed him, and why aren't they having children like that. Although she has heard that some vampires have numerous progeny, she is not interested in that. She responds to Kou's repeated inquiries about why he isn't a vampire by explaining that a person must fall in love with a vampire in order to turn into one. They leave the house. Kou admits that he doesn't really understand love. He has no crushes and dislikes girls because they frequently treat him badly. She is aware of his academic struggles. She inquires about his thoughts on his first night out because it was a departure from his usual routine. Kou thinks his life was good because he didn't have everything he wanted and was acting morally. She tells him that it's okay to remain up till he's finished with the day, and that's a good way to live. Kou then begs her for a favor and expresses a yearning for her to turn him into a vampire. Kou is aware that he would never attempt the leap and that he would instead go back to his previous existence and pass his days in ennui. But now that he had experienced the night, he was desiring anything for the first time. She is urged to allow Kou to fall in love with her. She claims that she won't be having children and that she won't be doing anything other than drinking his blood. He is free to develop feelings for her. She then introduces Kou as Kou Yamori and herself as Nazuna Nanakusa. According to Nazuna, human blood tastes best at night because it is imbued with the night, especially just before a person goes to sleep. Nazuna responds that they are on the roof because they are closer to the moon when Kou asks why they are there. Even though she is awake, it won't be enough to give his blood more night. She follows by kicking him off the roof while threatening to teach him how to enjoy himself. Kou fears he will pass away as he falls, but Nazuna says he won't, that the night is about having fun. Kou feels amazing as she takes him and starts soaring around. To watch the next part, subscribe to the channel.